Kråkan, also known as Corvus Cornix, and welcome to YACC, yet another Crowcast, where I pick a game, I play it for a week, and then I talk about it. This week's game is Promesa, and it was made by Fantastico Studios in 2020. And in Promesa means promise in Spanish. I think the developers are Spanish, basically. But also there will be spoilers up ahead, just so you know. But first, a little backstory. I looked this game up on PSN, and it looked interesting, visually appealing and with a good soundtrack, but the trailer is kind of deceiving, and I'll get to that in a little while. So this game is a walking simulator / flying simulator at some times, and right off the bat, this game is not a very good walking simulator. There is like this option in the options menu where you can increase the walking speed by 40%, but some parts are really, really slow. I don't know how they managed to do this, but it's so painstaking slow. But anyway, the game takes place in like a dreamscape, so sometimes you're flying, sometimes you're walking in these kind of strange kind of landscapes and whatnot. And the game has also random selection of scenes and chapters, so the story is never quite the same. And when you clear the game, you get you can select different chapters to pick from. But the one thing that's common in the storyline is that it starts with you flying against a window, like an apartment, and walking inside, and then it fades to black. And there is it always ends with you looking out through the window that you came from. So and everything between that is randomized. So I don't really know what to say about this game, to be honest. It was a cheap game, and it kind of has like these kind of puzzling kind of scenarios. One of the chapters, you're up in the clouds and you're flying around, and you come across like a TV when you walk around a bit, and you stare at the TV and you get teleported to a cave. And in this cave, there is like the TV is on, and there is some kind of pixelated kind of graphics on the TV. And if you stand in front of the TV for look at all the ads and everything, you can't really recognize what's on because it's so pixely, but you get a trophy for it. So I don't know, I just sat down and played this game like the first day, and I beat it 100% and completed all trophies and everything. There's another stupid trophy that I remember right off the bat. You have to find and look at a juice box at a random like window seal. Really weird. But yeah, so this story, and I looked it up. I went to the developer's homepage. There's no Wikipedia page. I think I said that before. But I looked up the page. So this game is about a young man, and I think his grandpa or something. They're kind of having a discussion, but it's also like in a dream state. So there's some flashes, like everything is tied to this apartment, and you don't really know who lives there, or some of the things are like he's moving in there, and he's kind of furniture and stuff is kind of decorated and whatnot. And other times you're moving away from the apartment, and and there's also these kind of strange dream scene. You walk into a big field. First you walk to a theater, I think, and then you wind up in like an airfield with hangars and stuff, and you go into one of the hangars and you see the sea basically, and all boats and stuff. It's really kind of weird. And then you get dragged down into the water, and lots of crazy stuff happen. And there's this one other chapter. I was walking down through a town that looks like it was made of cardboard, like really weird. And you walked into like this island. It's so abstract to like talk about a concept like dreaming, because, and there's also a weird thing because this game, it's like they pulled resources from different kinds of stuff and just put it into a thing. And I mean, dreams are elusive at best, and weird things happen when you dream, so it kind of makes sense. There's this other scene when you're sort of flying into like there's a rainstorm, everything is pitch black around you, and in the middle of the rainstorm there is like this scooter, like a little scooter, and it's one of the things that really jump scared me because it's a thunderstorm, and I walk up to the bike and thunderstruck, and I got really scared. And there was another part when there's a long hallway, outside there's like bricks or something, or marble, I don't know, and you're supposed to walk through a door, but you don't open it, it opens for you. And it really scared me because I thought, you've been alone all this time, and I thought someone is opening the door for me. This is a big revelation. I got really scared. So gameplay. There are a couple of chapters. As I said before, they have a fixed beginning and a fixed end, and you just walk through every chapter till you find the solution of things. Just walking and flying through the chapter, basically. And it's also a random order, but when you beat the game, you get the option of selecting which chapter you want to play. And it's one trophy that is tied to beating all the chapters, just play through them. But this game is kind of weird, so if you're just looking for trophies, you start a chapter and you go through the trophies, but you can't exit the chapter because then the selection screen disappears for some reason. I don't know why, maybe it's a little bug. But yeah, it's like a little game. It costs like $5 or something. It's not the end of the world. It looks interesting, I can say that. So control. Left stick moves the character, moving, flying. Right stick is the camera. Option brings up the option menu, and that's about it. Graphics. Simple blocky graphics, some pixelated stuff, but it's kind of plain, kind of simple looking, but it's a dream, so whatever. Sound and music. Dominisa Maselli, I probably butchered that name, but he did all like sound effects and music. So it's like every time, it's kind of like the basic. There's some piano pieces, and there's some kind of effects that are associated with things happening. Some surrealistic kind of things when going through Dreamscape, but nothing rememberable. So in conclusion, I wrote no. So, play it once, beat it, and if you want to go for the achievements, go ahead. It's not like it's more like a game that leaves you kind of puzzled at the end because it's a dream and you don't really know what to make of it. It's really painstaking slow, even if you crank up the speed to 40% plus. So it's like, just if you want to play something that's will leave you kind of confused and puzzled at the end, but something that's like, okay, I don't know what to say, man. So thanks for watching and listening, and take care.